Okay, I just wanted to thank you guys for taking the time today to help us document some of your harvest career. I'm excited to get to learn about you and from you. So to start off with, I thought I'd have you guys introduce yourself and then just tell us where you're from. So if you want to go first.
I'm Ellen Evans, and I'm from Levelland, Texas.
Yes, I'm Earl Evans from Levelland.
Don Evans from Levelland.
All right, so how did you guys get started in the custom harvesting business?
I don't really know how I got started. It's, I really don't.
Just kind of happened.
Just happened, yeah.
Are you the first generation and then?
Yes, we are.
There was a guy at home that was a big combiner, but I never did go with him, so he didn't have anything to do with me. Sorry.
Okay, so you just kind of worked with him, or you didn't go with him? Okay.
The second year she did, but the first year she did.
Okay.
Well, he went, he said it wasn't any place for me, but he was gone a week and he came home and got me. I've been here ever since.
Well, there you go. So he needed you.
Yeah, I guess.
How long have you guys been going, or how long?
I have been going very long, just 71 years.
That's a long time. There you go. So kind of describe where your harvest season starts, or the path that's normally followed. Just like from the beginning of, or into May, whatever, throughout the year.
Well, it pretty much, other than North Dakota, it's pretty much just like it was when I started. Almost.
We started in Texas, East Texas, and then we just work our way north.
Yeah.
Colorado, North Dakota, we don't have a lot of stops.
Okay. And then do you guys have fall? You go back to?
Yes, home or.
Okay. What kind of crops do you guys, is it wheat mostly, and then in the fall?
Milo.
Okay. Are there like certain stops that you guys have been going to the longest?
Yes, I guess, North Dakota.
No, well, yeah, we've been going up there probably nearly 40 years, but Texas Panhandle, we've been going there probably longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Close to home.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any fond memories of going to those stops?
Oh, well, yeah, but you wouldn't be interested in knowing about it.
What?
Lots of work.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We didn't do it.
Well, memories from time I started. At one time, I pulled combines backwards.
Uh-huh.
And with a header on them. That's when I was, I guess,
Little hitters.
12, 14-foot header.
Yeah.
And this one guy was pulling it out, and the end of it hit a post and knocked the sickle plumb off of it. Memories like that.
Yeah. From in the beginning. It's changed a lot from now, or from then to now.
Oh, yes.
What kind of changes have you seen in the machinery? Like kind of you just mentioned, from when you first started to now.
Well, it's not in comparison.
So different.
Yeah.
Not in comparison.
He started with a 5-foot AC tractor, drag
Pull
type.
type.
Yeah.
You probably never heard of a 5-foot AC.
And then he got the first stuff fell right after we got married, the first year we were married.
You got that in Arizona, did you?
Yeah, he got that in Arizona. Went out to Mesa and got that, and we came back, went to harvest that year, and we've been at it ever since. So.
Worked in the copper mines.
Yeah. Huh. Did you guys ever go into Canada at all, or just kind of harvest here in
No,
the U.S.? No Canada.
Oh, one time I started over in Canada. Because this farmer is over in North Dakota, he said, I've got one of the best fields that you've ever cut. And said, I want you to come cut it. Well, like stupid, I didn't go look at it. Well, when I got over there, looked at it, it was about this tall and laid about this close to the ground.
Oh gosh.
So I just loaded them up and come back to Texas,
To North Dakota.
or North Dakota.
That was it. No more.
We have to go back.
He met me on the way out and said, I'll pay you double if you'll go back and cut it. I thought, no, everybody's, anyway, I wouldn't, I just did it.
Not worth it. What brand of machinery did you guys start with?
That little 5-foot AC.
Okay.
Which was out of Jim.
Okay. And then to now, what do you guys run?
His first well was a Massey.
Okay.
And then went from, we've run gleaners.
55 John Deeres, and then he had some Gleaners.
Okay.
And then John Deere for the last 50 years, 40.
It's been a long time.
We've run enough John Deere's just about to keep them in business.
Oh yeah. Sure feels like it, huh? What kind of changes in the cost of machinery have you seen since, like, over your harvest career?
Well, when we first started, well, there was no cabs. And you had to try to survive without a cab.
Well, she said the cost.
She said the cost of the machinery.
They're outrageous.
Yeah.
They've skyrocketed.
It's changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember what the cost of the first machine you ran?
No, I don't remember.
It wasn't much.
Yeah.
Because he'd been working in the copper mines, and we bought that machine then, came back to Texas. And back then you didn't make all that much, so you know it couldn't have been
Uh-huh.
a huge amount.
The first John Deere that I bought, it was less than $20,000. It was like $14,000. I traded an old combine in on it, so they've gone up a little.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And of course, that was with a header. Now then, you ain't got a combine unless you got a header.
And they don't sell a header on the combines. That's extra.
Uh-huh. I think you kind of mentioned before you used to load the combine backwards when you were to move it down the road. Kind of describe the differences, like, in the changes of way you've hauled your equipment.
Well, if you look at some of them pictures, you can see we used to haul them with a header on them, drive them upon a truck.
Scary. It was scary.
Yeah, I remember one of the first ones I hauled like that, highway patrol stopped me.
Uh-huh.
And I almost turned the combine truck over when he pulled me over. Things like that I remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've hauled them through several different ways. Then he finally got the transports. That is a blessing. And of course, they're totally different from what they used to be.
Yeah.
All of them.
Uh-huh. Size.
Don could describe that better than I can. how they done them. So, but we're still at it.
Do you guys hire employees to run with you in the summer?
Try to.
How many employees do you guys usually hire?
About four,
4.
4 or 5.
Have you always hired that many? Just
Uh,
kind of throughout.
Depends. When we had the family all there, we didn't hire that many, maybe 3.
Didn't hire any
Two or
when
three.
we first did
She's
it.
been a truck driver. She drove a truck more than I have.
Well, I
You were a
just
truck driver?
drive 30 years. And when he got out of high school then, and he began to do it more and more, well, I went back to the kitchen, which I don't know if that was a real right thing or not.
What was the better job in your perspective? Did you like truck driving or being in the kitchen?
No, that it was work. That's all it's just work.
Both of them.
That's what you don't worry about which one's the best when you're doing it.
Did you like either one of them over the other?
No, I can't say that I did. And I'd have to get the house straightened and get the kids ready if they was when they were in school. Go there. And then they'd come in the afternoon. They'd be there for maybe till 10 o'clock that night before I'd get in. But we've always waited and eat as a family.
Okay.
And we've never, they'd always wait for us. And I don't know now. I think about it, I think, well, maybe we should have went ahead and let them eat so they could go to bed, but they was always there waiting for us when we get home. It's always been a family.
Yeah.
It still is. We're all, and it was better when it was just family. It was just much, much better when it was just family. And of course, all our kids have been tiny. I'd get home and she was born right after we got home, about 2 weeks. He was born about a week after we got home. But they've been right there, and 2 weeks later, she was in the field riding in the truck seat. And
Did you have her in a car seat? Did you have her in a car seat?
no, I didn't have her in a car seat. I never heard tell of such a thing. My kids
Gotta
were
learn
fine.
young, right?
Never heard tell of it.
The land in the seat beside her.
Yeah, that's what we've always done. You do what you have to do,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, has there been changes in the way, I don't know, like, yeah, did you guys sleep in the trucks early on, or
yeah,
was
we
it?
have. We've slept in the trucks, we've slept in the wide open spaces, and we've packed that old wash tub and cream cans full of water, and I cooked on
Earl, want me to tell about the child?
2-burner camping stove.
One time, we traveled all day. On the old cleachy roads, where there wasn't no paper, it was just cleachy, and it was raining all day. And so that night, we didn't have no motel or no trailer house. So I was gonna let her have the best place to sleep. And so we had room under the truck to put a cot. And so she's under there, and along about, I don't know, probably 12 or 1 o'clock, I don't remember exactly what time it was. This cleachy that was about this thick on the bottom of the truck fell down on her and gave her one of the best mud packs.
Yeah, he thought that was rather funny.
No, not at the time I didn't.
I think he still thinks it's a little
He does.
funny.
He still thinks it's funny.
So where'd you end up sleeping?
I was out further.
He was up and under the truck where he was
Out
getting that.
further was where I was under the
And
truck.
that tells you. Yeah.
That's a lot different than now.
Yeah. Yeah, we slept in trucks. And,
Tents.
if it was like it was when we started, there wouldn't be, be a lot of people wouldn't be in a harvest.
Yeah.
I've often wondered
Well,
how
it's
many of the young ladies now have these nice trailers, and some of them I'm sure are not so nice, but they have a trailer to start in and do their cooking and stuff. If they'd had to done it like I did, I wonder how many of them would be there. I've thought about that a lot.
Not for the faint of heart.
No, probably not.
Times change.
So where did you cook for the crew then, or like what did that look like?
Yeah, I cooked for us when we'd come in and cook our, and then finally I got to where I'd go in about 6 o'clock and get us something to eat at afternoon, and then we could go to bed when we got home instead of having to go eat and then come home and do all them showers. Because that was always but we've done it a little every way, I think.
Yeah, tried different ways.
Yeah. We kind of change with the times.
Okay, so how many, or have there been changes in the weather that have affected kind of your harvest path and your ability to make it to each stop, kind of as you've seen over your harvest career?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's been much difference. You
Well-
still get rain that stay out of the field for sometimes a week.
It's
That's
just-
the way it's always been.
Drought hurts worse than the other. That's just part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Just changes as time gone on, it's changed. One year to the next, you don't ever know what's gonna happen.
You don't? Kind of take it 1 year at a time?
Yeah, you have
it's an
to,
adventure.
yeah. Everything affects it, the weather, and all of just all the things.
Yeah.
Different things affect it.
Yeah, there's many variables when it comes to it. What would you say is one of the biggest pressures that you've faced during a harvest season or throughout your harvest career?
Hands. Getting hands.
Yep.
Employees?
And keeping them. Yeah, you get a lot of them, and we'd have hands, and we'd payday come, you pay them, the next day they're gone. So, I think that's been our biggest, one of our biggest ones anyway. Until we started using foreign help.
Yeah.
And you don't ever know whether they're gonna leave you or not. We've had some get up 12, 1 o'clock at night and leave.
Just in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest thing.
That and rising cost of machinery.
Yeah. Hard to keep up.
Well, you don't ever know what they're gonna be when they get there, if they're solid citizens and no drinking and all this, you know they're not supposed to, but you get some that do, and, oh no, we won't do that. And the next, when we get on one of them spells, you can't even get them out of the bed. We've had some really good boys, but we've had some that have been really bad too.
What advice would you give someone starting out in the custom harvesting business today?
Don't do it.
If they've got the money to start with, they better put it somewhere else, I guess.
It's a tough road.
Yeah.
What's kept you guys going?
Do what?
What has kept you going year after year?
I don't know, it just gets in your blood. It is,
He looks forward to
by
it.
the end of the harvest, why, you swear you'd never go again. 2 months later, you want to go back in it.
Yeah.
I bet you've been the same way.
Yeah, he does that.
Is it just the adrenaline, the adventure?
Well, I think that's part of it. And we have more friends in the harvest than we do around home. Because we just don't have the time there to socialize.
Uh-huh.
And the harvest, this organization has brought, I think, all harvesters closer together and more free with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have more friends now.
Are there, like your community back home, are there members of your community that just think you're kind of crazy for?
Well, they think it's a vacation.
Yeah?
No, they think we're getting rich.
They do.
Absolutely, they think we're getting rich,
They
and
used
we're
to.
barely rich.
They don't stop to think how many years you've been doing it.
Yeah.
And that's all we do. We don't take big vacations, and we don't farm. This is it.
Uh-huh.
We make the harvest, and that's it.
Yeah. It takes a lot to go every year, so it's hard to
Yeah.
manage something else.
Start getting ready. As soon as you get through, you start again.
Yeah.
So,
What's the biggest change that you've seen? Or maybe that you can think of?
Well, the biggest change
Machine.
is the kind of equipment is just so much
and
better.
machinery.
I guess it's the biggest change that I know of.
Be interesting, what it'd be like in another 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
If it even exists, many of us left.
Changes in the size and how more efficient it can be.
You know, there's a huge change in the size of machinery.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a most embarrassing harvest story? Anything crazy that you did?
I don't know.
There's been a few things.
Can't mention them.
Well, we were stopped in Colorado to buy permits, and my mother had got out and got in the trailer, to go to the restroom. And my brother said, "Oh, he waved his own," so he jumped in his truck
Oh,
and we
yes.
all take off. My mother's sitting in the door.
Waving at him.
Whenever we drive by and the guy that was there that stopped us, he flagged us down and said, "Hey." And she was a little bit irate over that, I think. But
Surely not. You enjoyed your ride, didn't you?
Yeah, it's about some of
Few
the
things like
others I
that.
had taken.
Nothing too crazy like riding in a house trailer.
Yeah, that
just
didn't go
glad she
too
wasn't
far.
stepping out because she was fixing to.
The next year, when we come by this port, well, this guy remembered.
He didn't see that too often, did he?
So,
I'm sure they're still laughing about it.
Yeah?
There are some things we still laugh about, but some we don't.
one of them guys that comes up there where we go now, and here about a year or two ago, he was one of them, and he remembered it.
But that was years ago, so he had a good memory.
You don't forget something like that.
Yeah. But we've all our kids were brought up, raised in the harvest. That's what they've known all their lives.
Mhm. Is that something you valued, having your kids there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There ain't nothing like having them with you.
Yeah.
See, she always helped me. They learned to drive out in the field, and Earl always helped me drive, roll the tarps. We used to hang on the side of that truck and roll them tarps by hand. When I quit driving the truck, they got automatic tarps. Yeah, we was always dirty, rolling those tarps.
Well, that was real good to them. I put a board on the side of the truck about that wide, extended it out.
So
where
we
they
could
could
stand
walk
up.
down through there.
Well, both of us were short, so we barely could reach it to roll it, you know, but didn't have to tie it down, especially if the wind was blowing, and it was always blowing in Kansas, always. So,
I'll bet there's times when you wish you was back in the harvest.
Yeah, I do. For sure. What have you been most grateful for over your, like being able to go on the harvest, having your family there?
yeah. And our health, we've had pretty good health. A few times but always, when it's off season, we try to get sick when it's off season.
There's no time to be sick on the harvest.
No, you don't have time then to get sick. But we've had good health.
What year did you join the U.S. Custom Harvester Organization?
We were there the first night that they got together to start it
Okay.
in the canyon.
Before it was an organization.
Okay.
5 of us all joined.
There were 5 of us.
It wasn't just me joining her. We were all, she was a member.
Okay.
We were all members.
There wasn't very many people there at that first meeting.
No, there wasn't hardly, there was not very many there that,
35, I think.
our oldest son was with us. And he has some health problems and he's not with us anymore. And
He's with us, he's just not with us.
Yeah, he's just not, bless his heart. He said, but they was all there. And for several years, they were all there. They're like,
What have you gained by being a member throughout your years of being a member of the organization?
oh, there's been lots of changes.
I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
You gain a lot. You gain friends, you gain the knowledge that they've made a lot of changes in the laws and keep you updated on things. It's not like it used to be at all. Well, from the time we started, it's totally, you wouldn't even know it was the same industry. You'd think it was,
Change that much?
yes, it has. Through the machinery and everything. And he still helps us all the time. I mean, he's with us, partner, and I don't know. It's better when it's your family. It is a family.
Well, that's all I have, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to share.
No, I don't have anything.
Nothing else? Well, thanks for taking the time to do this and to help us document your harvest story. And just wanted to thank you guys for your time and investment to the U.S. Custom Harvester Organization. So that's all I have.
Thank you.